Okay, boomer. James Joyce. Doesn't know poetry from a cabbage. Indeed. Well, hi. I'm Paul the Scrub, and I'd like to welcome you to the first ever edition of Sit Down Stand-Up, where I take advantage of the fact that YouTube has an upload date feature to kind of lay claim to some of the jokes I've written. Don't expect this to be funny. I don't have an audience. You don't count. Alright, so let's get this started. I wish I was better at editing. I could take this part out. So, what do you call it when someone gives you something and takes it right back? Well, they call it Indian giving, which is horribly offensive because, as we know, it was the European settlers that did that to the Native Americans. So calling it that is just wrong on so many levels. So from now on, we should only call that crackerjacking. Thank you very much. One of the things I find most attractive in women is when they have, you probably know what I'm talking about, like a noticeable gap in their knowledge of quantum mechanics. Because yeah, I really enjoy the opportunity to introduce someone to the ramifications of the double slit experiment in bed. Because that's what's going to happen if you're in my bed. Sometimes women have other ideas, but nope, it's going to be physics all the time. And I try to be upfront about that because I think consent's important, and I don't want to blow someone's mind with the knowledge that they're just a slight projection of an 8-dimensional superstructure cast on the gossamer veil of space-time without them knowing what they're getting into. #ScrubLife. Do you think fundamentalist dinosaurs only support the nation-state of Israel because they know it has to exist to bring about the velociraptor? That's right, I said velociraptor. A lot of people think that jokes like that reveal something of my politics, but they are wrong. All it really reveals is how much I wanted to say velociraptor. If you don't like dinosaurs as much as me, that's probably normal. One of the guys I work with one day said, stand-up comedy, man, you gotta have some big old balls to do that. And I was like, really? Big balls? I don't know, like, I guess they're kind of average, right? But, I mean, yeah, okay, if long balls count, yeah. I mean, I got long balls, you know, I've got that LBE, that long ball energy, which is like the really unpopular cousin of BDE. But, you know, like, BDE can be faked by, like, professional actors, like Leonardo DiCaprio and Jodie Foster. They can give the impression of having a really long swinging dong. But you can't fake LBE. Not that you'd want to. I mean, are women impressed by it? No, and not at all. Are men impressed by it? Also no. But are cats impressed by it? Hell yes. When I walk around my house in shorts, my cats go nuts for them. I have more jokes about my long balls, but they're just low-hanging fruit, so I'm going to move on. I used to get mixed up between the words barely and hardly. I used to use them wrong. They're both opposites of each other, but they're both sort of just vague modifiers. So sometimes you can kind of use them interchangeably. Like if you're walking in the playground and your buddy hits you in the shoulder, you could go, I barely felt that, or I hardly felt that. Either way, he gets the idea that he's weak and definitely shouldn't fight you. But it can become more problematic in some situations, as I learned to my chagrin in college when I accidentally Googled hardly legal porn. Yeah. That was bad. Let me tell you, folks, the grammar police are real, and they do come equipped with riot gear. So, I'm going to go ahead and stop there. I am Paul the Scrub, and I'll probably never be the man who ate Japan. Thank you for paying attention to this edition of Sit Down Stand Up. I'm sure you didn't enjoy it. I didn't either.